Hello, welcome to vlog 2, another really rambly one. So in this one I talk about like the hair bows that I'm kind of designing and making, and the clay stuff that I'm making both for shakers and for the hair bows, and then also some shoes that I got, which I haven't actually taken out like for a proper run yet, but like I don't know when I'm going to do that, probably like towards when I actually leave. But yeah, I'll leave it over to Pastory to tell you what's going on. Alright, okay. I think that's okay. Hopefully. The problem with like framing in my room to get like a nice top, it's really hard because my desk doesn't face the window, and if I film from my desk, I'd rather film kind of more into the window, which kind of means that if I film during the day, there's a bunch of light in the background, and I'm filming on my phone, because I don't have anything else, or at least the camera I do have is very, very old and is like not as good quality as like a phone can do, so it's worth me just filming on a phone. So it basically means either you see the mess that is my closet, or I film from maybe the stand that's behind me. I film from that, which means there's also like a big amount of open space behind me. Hell, I even put this thing up, which doesn't normally sit here. So framing's gonna be odd until I can figure out like something else. I'll maybe have to get like a actual proper tripod or something, but anyway. I haven't filmed for a while, and mainly that was because I was feeling like shit and I didn't want to film, and I didn't really get like a ton done. Basically what I've been doing is I've been working on the hair bows, so this is just like a bunch of notes from like videos I've seen of how to do like sort of different types of bows, and just like yeah, on one side, and then on the other side I've started kind of drawing out ideas. There we are. Drawing out ideas for like what I want on the bows and how I want them to kind of look in the end. I haven't done like a ton. I've been trying to kind of keep it so that it's a ribbon per page sort of deal. Some of them I don't even have yet, but like, or I will hope to buy if they still have it. But a lot of them I want to have like a clay or resin charm on the front. I'm definitely thinking more clay because I have a bunch of air drying clay from like ages ago that I need to basically start trying to use up. I mean, to be fair, it was my dad that bought it and he just gave it to me, and so I have a bunch. But basically my plan would be is I was gonna make the clay charms, make them into the shapes that I wanted, then paint them. I would use resin on top of them to seal them, make them stronger, and to just make them nice and shiny. And with painting them I could also do like gradients and stuff like that. Like I could use sponges to make like different texture. Like I think that would be like a good idea, particularly because I have a bunch of clay already, and I know that you can mix acrylic into the clay, but I think that works better when you're doing either you know exactly the colors you want, or you're doing something that's going to be a single kind of block color. But my plan is also to do with the clay is to make sprinkles and stuff to go in resin shakers, because I bought a lot of resin stuff. I bought resin, silicone, all the stuff you need to do resin, which is a lot. I've looked up a bunch of videos. I have a bunch of notes just on my computer, basically just how to do it, you know, what to look for, and I'll probably do a video when I kind of like go through the process. I'll link the videos probably in that video if I can remember which ones I watched, because some of them it is like, you know, a lot of beginners tips and stuff like that, but there was one that really went, because it was just like an hour-long video, but they kind of really went into like obviously the process of making it, but also like a lot of tips and stuff like that, which a lot of other people didn't and would actually be very helpful. So but yeah, I started off by kind of just like randomly drawing stuff on a big piece of paper. I did this using like alcohol markers and some Sharpie. Basically just to get a couple of ideas I had straight away down, because I feel like sometimes with a sketchbook I'm much better off kind of starting on paper and then kind of transferring and drawing those into the sketchbook. I think sometimes just the final kind of thing looks a bit better when I do that, and I think that's just how I prefer to do it, to be honest. And I think you can kind of get ideas flowing just to have a big page to kind of put stuff on. In one corner I basically put like a bunch of different like stuff I want to make with the clay, and basically some of them are bigger things like sort of pendant things to go onto bows, like for example the lollipop onto the lollipop bows. Yeah, so I'd make like the lollipop one, and then I would resin that, obviously with clay, resin it, and then I'd stick it on, and I think that would look really nice, particularly with obviously the thingy bow. I have a bunch of stuff already, like for example I have the keys that would be like on the bottom of the key one, and I have some of the roses and stuff like that. Like I already have beads, and I already have like a sort of like one's more plastic and one's more of like a rubbery kind of texture. They both look kind of different, but I have like a bunch of those kind of rose ones already. I could probably actually, because I'm planning on making some silicone molds out of stuff, I could probably make a silicone mold out of that, so I could like make a bunch of different colors and maybe some gradients and stuff like that with it. So I have no stick off the top of my head with that one. But yeah, over the last couple days I've been basically making some sort of prototypes of these bows that I'm thinking of doing. So basically I can sort of go, okay, I need this size for the bigger ones, because my plan is hopefully later on this week to start on the clay. So hopefully later on this week I can start on the clay, because right now I have this kind of, hold on, which way up is it? This way up. I would have this bow, they're held together with like needles, so I have to be careful. I do know that like one of the sort of drop down bows, like one of them's not quite the right way around. I prefer like this one to be the other way around, but you know, I'll get a better picture of this. But yeah, like that's sort of like how it would look, maybe a bit more up, and then it would obviously have the lollipop kind of pendant in it. And then I also have, I spent a while today doing this. Basically this is a bunch of ribbon on its own. It is very, very nice ribbon. I don't know if I could get more of this ribbon, unfortunately, because like I got it from Paper Chase and it was on sale because they were just getting rid of a bunch of stock, and I don't necessarily know if I could get this ribbon. It's a really nice ribbon, to be honest. Like it is really, really good. I'm glad I got it on sale because like it was a bit pricey considering, but then again maybe not as pricey because it is a good ribbon. And there is like two good ribbons with it, and then just like a plain pink one, because of the butterfly one as well, which is going to be fairly useful as well. But basically what I did with this one, I have another sort of ribbon set that had a dark kind of green with it. So the back of this one was kind of white, and then, you know, I kind of just sewed I sewed these two together, then sewed the edges of each ribbon, and then sewed the two kind of to each other. All of this is hand sewn because I don't have a sewing machine, but I have one coming because I bought one, and I bought a bunch of stuff because I was planning on spreading it out, but then I just decided like I might as well, I have the money and I might as well get it all now, so then basically hopefully I can put these up in the store at a good, like with a sewing machine, sort of more quality rather than hand sewing mistakes that you tend to get. And hopefully that will mean that if those kind of start going, then I can sort of start earning money a bit quicker and hopefully getting stuff sorted a bit better. But yeah, this is basically like the basic bow, because I'm basically going to make it into this. I want to make it into this type of bow. So this was made just using a couple of ribbons that I got from Costco. So I got like 50 hearts, I think, per roll. So there's definitely one that's more of like a Christmas one. This one's sort of like a plaid question mark. Not quite sure if that's termed as a plaid, but you know, we've got this one is plaid, and then this one is like generic sort of whites, and it's got wire in the edges of all of them. But like I'm feeling I'm going to use this white quite a bit. But I don't know if I can get any more because it's not Christmas time anymore, and it's been a while since I've been in because my mum keeps going in without me, and she's the one who has the card. And last time she went in, even though I asked her to tell me, I'm not salty. I think maybe in a couple of weeks I might just, or maybe next week, maybe this week I might drag her in just to see if I can find stuff, but I don't know. I don't know whether it'll be worth it because I don't think it'll be there because that was Christmas time that was there. Anyway, but it was that kind of bow with the two kind of side bits. And basically this is what it's kind of looking like so far because I need to go to work, so. But it'd be those two kind of together, and then with, I don't know whether to put this in the middle because the plan would be to make, I'm thinking this one, I might, because I think this one looks quite nice, but I don't know about the stars, because I do have some stars, I think they're iridescent ones, but I don't know about them. I don't know about them for this sort of thing. To be honest, if I were to do it, I'd maybe go for something that was more this sort of deal, with the pendant would be hanging down, and then on the middle sort of area of the fabric that goes around the bow, like this bit here. I should bring things closer, why am I not? Anyway, basically have that hanging, so the moon hanging down rather than having it thingy, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think the plan's going to be finish these off and, you know, actually glue them together and get these all set, possibly start on another one. I'm thinking possibly the strawberry one, maybe the keys one. Well, the key one, I don't know if I want to have the bronze in it or not, so probably the strawberry one, but I need to have a think about like how I want to do it, because the two designs, one of them is probably not really going to work the way I'd want it to work. Or it could work, maybe. And then the other one I think might be too busy. I'll have to have a think about it and see, and maybe do a few different designs for it. But yeah, that's everything that I have just now. I've got a lot of stuff coming in the post. Some of it I'm not entirely sure when it's gonna arrive. There's definitely things that like I definitely want to do, but I have to wait until everything's here to do it. There's definitely stuff I'm thinking my plan is gonna be, I've got a few projects that I want to do before I go off to university. And some of them are just like clothes stuff, like fixing clothes, or like, you know, adding stuff to them, or even making clothes into a tote bag. That'll probably be a video on its own, because I'll need to decide like what I want and all that jazz. Yeah, a lot of those projects will probably be separate videos on their own. I don't know what's going to be coming up first or not. I don't know how long this video's gonna be, because it's kind of gonna be a compilation. I'm gonna film probably an intro and an outro later on, but I'll see you guys at some point, maybe. Might be the outro next, I don't know. But see you later. So for when did I film? Yesterday. I filmed yesterday. Well, actually filming again like next day, surprisingly. But yeah, so I forgot to get B-roll of it all like separated out, but this is sort of like the final prototype. Ooh. Let me try to get lighting. I think that's the best one. Okay, so this is like the sort of like what it would look like. Obviously it would have like the charm in the center of it. But yeah, I'll get better footage. So I did the other one, the stars ribbon, and I think it turned out alright. I think right now it looks like okay for its kind of shape and size because I've kind of puffed up the outside bits, but like it tends to lay quite flat. If it lays flat like this, then it's like looks quite long, and I think the only real reason for that, because it's about the same size as this one, but I think this one has got like a wider ribbon here. It's not quite as wide there. I was thinking either like I would just try and maybe get something to try and keep it sort of puffed up, or I could add like a frill around the edges of this ribbon here, maybe like a gold to kind of match the stars, and then obviously there'd be the moon and whatever else I decided. I haven't quite decided what exact thing I want to do for this one, and how it's actually going to end up looking, but yeah. I can't remember if I actually showed this one previously, but I did this one. I think it's got kind of the same problem, like it's quite long when it's kind of flattened down, but if you do kind of puff it out a bit, it does look a bit better. I really liked the rim, the sort of lacing, and this ribbon, and then obviously I have a pink on the inside that kind of comes up just behind the little, well, behind the lace, because it's obviously a lace, so it kind of like shows some stuff through. And I think it looks really, really nice. I think it could quite look good as like a choker sort of deal. Like, I don't know, I just really like this sort of thing. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of this lace. Because the lace is this size, it's not like two sewn together, it just is this size. But I don't have a ton of it. I think I've got like $1 meter for £1, I think, so not the best. You know, usually you can get a couple meters for £1 at least, but it depends on what it is, obviously, because sometimes there is stuff that is like just £1, but I think I didn't realise I'd only gotten 1 meter, otherwise I would have gotten a couple more, because I think I would like to make some more of this, because I think I have 5 meters of this, and I've got like a bunch of the pink because that's just a reel that I got from Hobbycraft. So in the mail I got a few things from Hobbycraft, not sponsored or anything, I bought this with my own money, but I don't know why I would, considering this is first video, second video. I don't know when this is gonna come out, like, at all. I'm just filming random shit and hoping it'll make a video. Maybe. So I got this. It's a wee mini sewing machine. I didn't, like, a lot of the bigger ones were like 100 quid. And I was kind of like, well, maybe not just now. I do intend to get, like, a bigger one later on down the line. But I think just now, like, I'm not doing anything huge. I'm not doing anything that's gonna need something really heavy duty. I really hope I don't end up eating my words. But for now, I think it'll be good to kind of just learn on just the generic shit that you need to know for obviously sewing. I also got some more ribbon reels. Like I said, with like the pink having a reel of it, you can get these at Hobbycraft, which is literally 15 meters of ribbon for £1, and you can obviously only get like certain colors. You can't really get like a ton. Wow, this looks really red. I don't know whether it's because I have the orange thing on, makes your screen more orange, but it looks very, very red to me. It looks really red, but it's more like a pink in reality. Anyway, so I got a bunch. I got 11 in total because I already have 6 already, so these are just the ones that were available that I didn't have. So I got like a sort of hot pink. It looks red. It's not red, it's like a hot pink. Then obviously a light pink, a purple, a lilac, and this is silver. It looks kind of greeny on the camera. I don't know whether it's just because I'm seeing it from far. probably, and a cream one, because I don't really have like any sort of cream one. And then I have a sort of, I think this one's called aqua blue. Vivid blue, no, wrong. This one's aqua blue? No, topaz. Wasn't that one called aqua blue? I don't know. Anyway, so we have vivid blue, a light blue, green, sort of like a very green, like a green. I don't know what kind of green. A yellow and a red. I already have a navy blue. This is the navy blue. Navy blue, black, pink, a red, sort of a deep red, a sort of like lighter foresty green, and white, and obviously this blue. I don't know why I said obviously there, but blue. It's a different kind of blue to this one. It's definitely a lot more different on camera than it is to me, but I was definitely hoping for this kind of blue because I do have, it's not quite the blue, because I want the blue to match a bag that I have, because I basically want to go ahead and make a strap for it because it doesn't have a strap. And I think I'd maybe wait until later on, see if I can't get another ribbon that matches it. Also a thicker ribbon, because I do already have like a bunch of ribbons. So I obviously have all the reels now. I have in this box a bunch of sort of just like canned ribbons. I've actually sectioned them differently from how they were, because each one had like a few of these sort of more patterned ones, and then obviously like the sparkly ones, and then the actual glittery ones, and then I just kind of separated them, put them all together. They were a bit more like a kind of bluey white one, and then like a green and red, sort of more Christmassy one, and then like obviously like a pink and purple, and then I think there was like another one that I don't remember what the colour was. But I separated them all out into each type rather than each colour like it was. I also have these, which are just like thicker ones for red, black and white. I just bought them because I knew I'd probably want thicker ones, but I didn't really know like what colours I wanted. I chose the black and white because black and white they go with most things, and the red because I think I had an idea for something that I don't remember now. And then I have this. So this is a lot of different ribbons. These are more like the patterned ones, the ones that have like, would probably be the main feature in like hair bows and stuff like that, and then some like more sort of thing ones. I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, so I have these sorts of packs. I have I think 3 of these. I got them from Paper Chase. These are really nice. They're quite nice ribbons, to be honest. A bit expensive I suppose, but you know. And then I had these, which are just, these are more Christmassy ones because this was like at Christmas time that these were available, and I got like 5 of those but there's only 2 meters in those. There was 3 meters in the Paper Chase ones. Did I say it was from Paper Chase? I can't remember. And Amy's messaging me. I have a few like more Christmassy ones up at the top. I have sort of these like leaf ones and flower ones. I think these were more from like your mainstream shops like The Range, Hobbycraft, but these ones on the right, or would it be left? These ones here, they were either from my local craft shop, or the lace ones here were from eBay. So yeah, I have a lot of ribbons. I think I'm glad I have some Christmas ones because my plan is to maybe make a little sort of Christmas collection of like hair bows and stuff like that, and then basically I can just sell those when time comes and go from there. I think it's a plan for that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have a look over all the ribbons and stuff like that and everything I have now, and I'll probably just continue making prototypes and hand sewing for now. I think later on in the week is going to be making all of the clay things. So making all of the clay things, possibly do that on Sunday, actually make the clay things, and then, ooh, actually the drying time is a little bit longer. No, maybe on Saturday I'll make the clay things, possibly continue with the bows again, maybe actually do silicone. I've got a lot of things I need to do and a lot of things I want to do all at the same time, which is really, really annoying. But yeah, basically I think that's enough for now. I did get some stuff for resin. I don't know if I mentioned that. I did get some more stuff from resin stuff. And I've got some stuff still to come. Some of it, I think, by the end of the month, basically. But I should hopefully have all of it by the end of the month. Now, there's a few things I brought from Wish. I mean, all of it says like it's for like the 24th of April. I suspect that's not going to be the case. It might. It might. I'll give it that. But like, from what I've heard about Wishes, like sometimes it takes a few months to actually arrive. So, and none of it I really desperately need to really start on what I have, or what I want to do really. There's only a couple things that I really want for another project, specifically a gummy bear mold that I can use for a silicone mold that I can use for resin to make resin gummy bears, which will be in a different video. But yeah, I think that's all for now really. So I'm going to just review everything, maybe try and draw a few more different designs. I don't actually think I've shown this one yet. I have on like my social media already. This took 2 days to make because I had to stitch 3 of this size ribbon together because I didn't really like this red. This red was a bit too red for me. I also was basing it off of a dress that I have because I wanted to wear this like in my hair. I would kind of like wear this at the back of my head and then have like, because I usually wear my hair in a ponytail and stuff, like have a ponytail going down here or something. I think that would look really cute. But yeah, I really like this style for this specific kind of print. Like, I think they might look, because if you remember back to the box, I was gonna pick them up and then I was like, oh, it's gonna make a mess. If you remember back to the box, I had like basically 3 types. I had like a green background one, I had a blue background one, and a sort of pale peach kind of color on the background. And I think they would look really nice in this style. They could work for other things, but I think just in general, like, this style looks so nice. It is very big though, I will admit, it is like a really big thing. I don't think you could really like, I don't know, you could wear it inside your head if you really wanted to, but I feel like they're kind of good as like a sort of at the back of the head sort of thing. I mean, to be honest, you could put this on anything, like chuck it on like the side of a strap or something, like to cover that. Like, they're so useful, man. You can use them for a lot of shit. You don't just have to use them for your hair. But I was definitely thinking as well, like if I was going to actually make some of these, I'd maybe get a different type of clip. I think these clips are all well and good, but maybe a kind of softer edge on some of these clips, because I feel like this one's not as bad. I don't think the long one is as bad as the short ones, because they've kind of got the edges of the clip, the edges of the clips sort of here. These ones, they kind of like are not properly like sealed together or something, but they kind of like really cut into you. So the long ones are not as bad, so I don't know. But anyway, I think I've already stated that I was going to review stuff and try and make some new designs out of the stuff I have. Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll film maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. But I'll see you later on. So I ordered some shoes a few days ago, last weekend I think. I don't know, maybe like 4 days ago or something like that. I got some Vans. I have these really old DCs. I'll probably show them on the screen at some point. I have these really old DCs that like lasted me for years. They were really nice and comfortable. They were really good. Like never gave me blisters or anything like this. I have some of these ones. The laces are inside. I think I'm probably going to replace, because it's just white laces. I think I'll maybe replace the laces with like some pink ones or something. But I got this sort of like, I think it's called a Sakura pattern or something. Like the checkered with the pink. I think it just looks really nice. It looks a lot better, I think, than just like generic checkered ones. But hopefully these will last me a while. I basically plan to have these be my like general walking shoes slash driving shoes, because right now I just use the ones I wear to work, which are just like cheap ones you can get from like any sort of Tesco, Morrison's, whatever. Like they usually those ones usually last me about 6 months because I tend to wear through the tread quite easily enough. Because it's not particularly a thick tread, but this one seems to be like a nice chunky tread. Shake as well. So I'll go ahead and try these on, and then did I say the plan for today? I don't think I did. My plan for today is to basically make clay stuff, because I'm going to take out a pack and I'm going to make, I've made a list because I have some Pokemon cards and I'm planning on making some Pokemon shakers from resin. And also for the bows and stuff, and for another project that's going to be down the line. I don't know when that one's going to be. To be honest, I probably could do it now, I think. But that'll be... How many times did I say that's going to be a separate video? But to be fair, I've recorded a lot for this like first video that I still need to like do anything for. And I'll need to record probably an intro and outro to that rather than have it be like here with this massive glue from this window. But yeah, got these today. I'll probably wear them around the house or today, get them kind of worn in a little bit. But I really quite like them, to be honest, just from the onset. They're quite nice. Alright. So this is them on. I really like them. Like, they're really quite comfortable. Obviously they're silly wearing them and stuff like that. They're a little bit stiff, but I don't know. I just really like the little bit of colour that's on them. I definitely think the laces could be maybe pink. Or like a... Yeah, I mean pink. I think that would just make it look a little bit better. Hell, I was kinda thinking on possibly doing like hand embroidering this sort of pattern onto the laces, but nah, I think that would be a bit too much. I think that'd be too hard to really control. And yeah, I think just having like a pink, or even maybe dyeing these. I might try and do like a sort of like not necessarily tie-dye, but kind of like a fading sort of color dye from like maybe if I could even make it so it's like a kind of light pink to a dark pink, or a light pink to a dark pink sort of deal. I think that would look really cool. Maybe I'll do that with these laces because they're quite nice laces. Yeah, I think that's the plan for those ones. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think that was maybe a little bit more interesting because it wasn't just me rambling on about university. So yeah, I hope you like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna be around because I still want to make these videos, whatever. I think definitely the vlogs and stuff after these 3 aren't gonna be... They're probably gonna be, the videos are gonna be more aimed at like projects and stuff like that. I think I'd do more vlogs when I was like at university, so I do, because then I'd actually be doing stuff, interesting stuff, rather than just in my room for the most part, because it's a pandemic. So although we're coming out of it, and hopefully it'll still be pretty good. I had my chance to get my vaccine because I had a spare one, but I replied to my mother who's helping out like 15 minutes later and they were all gone apparently, so I hope I can snag one soon. But yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.